From NAB 2025 in Las Vegas. I'm here with the VP of Marketing from Broadfield, Jim Bask. Jim?
Hey, John.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
All right. Thanks for being here and taking a few minutes out of the time at the show.
My pleasure.
All right. Hey, Jim and I was on a webcast last year after NAB, and we talked about lightweight production and different elements of cloud production.
Yes.
One being around live view and different types of technologies. But jumping back over for you at Broadfield, maybe for the audience who may not be familiar with Broadfield, maybe just a quick introduction.
Absolutely, I would love to. First of all, I love that you're using the equipment to stream today that we had talked about that long ago.
Right.
And that's who Broadfield is. We are a value-added distributor, and we like to roll up our sleeves and use the products that we sell through our vendors and through our dealers. We have over 30 different vendors represented in the South, the North, and the West Halls here at NAB, which is a commute if you're trying to travel from one hall to another. But we also have a lot of our dealers and integrators. So for people that are watching the broadcast, and I'm sure you're going to share some of the technology that you talk about.
Absolutely.
One of the things that we do is try to pair the producer who wants to use the equipment with the system integrator that can help spec out exactly what allows them to get their message to air.
Right.
So,
and I think it's one of the important parts because most of the customers out there are looking for some kind of a way of like a package, if you will, but a way of integrating, having a way of sourcing the different various resources that come into, implement it, manage it, right, and produce it.
Absolutely. There's plenty of products on our line card, whether it's a PTZ camera, that is just, you can go to a website, add to cart, and set it up yourself. Then you get into some of the production needs, like what you're doing here from the show.
Right.
You want someone with the knowledge and the experience that has used the technology, that knows how it all works together to work with you, to not only tell you these are the products that we recommend, but this is where you get support, this is where you get education, and in a lot of cases, actually certification on how to use some of these things.
And I think that's part of one of the things you guys are kind of like, a great resource for everybody. And one of the things here at NAB, there's so much going on at the show. Like you said, the North and the South and the West, right? But what are some of the things you're seeing here at the show that's exciting you from a Broadfield perspective?
You know what? It's really interesting because we've seen some entry-level products being introduced in the live production and live streaming space. There are a lot of podcasters that have been traditionally audio that now are looking to add the video element to what they do as well. And then we're seeing the high-end broadcast stuff, which you always expect to see at an NAB show. And we're seeing more and more of that stuff really elevate the cloud component to the production.
Right.
And the hardware combined with cloud all working together, the cloud is becoming a tool to help support the production workflow, not replace the hardware that's being used. A camera, the optics, and all that stuff is never going to be replaced by something that exists somewhere else, right?
No, I think that's where I think a lot of people, it's kind of like, I think a lot of people may not fully understand all that, and that's something you guys are able to help walk through that process. And certainly we've talked about that from a cloud production, that it's not replacing everything, it's actually complementing and enhancing and extending that ability to manage it without having a lot of resources on site that you typically would have. So you're actually kind of taking that cost and managing the budgets and things that are associated with it. That includes, like you said, the cameras and everything else. And kind of jumping into the live view side of the world, part of the thing we talk about lightweight production is being able to have a single camera operator use one of the live view products for the encoders that you guys sell, right? And having a way to actually create a value level production. That's something you guys did last year at Infocom.
Absolutely.
And we're able to go live from your booth and actually do some interviews and work with people.
We produce a lot of our content from our studio in New York. And what's great is we have a very slim down team. I have 2 people on my team that will produce a lot of the content. You can't always have them travel all over the place. So what remote production allows us to do is to take advantage of the resources wherever they may be. I can bring one camera person to the show floor with me and have someone else back in this home studio using LiveView Studio to edit everything and make it work together. I can have someone on our TriCaster system communicate a live production and flow its graphics and all of these other tools that we use week in and week out on a production that's anywhere in the world. I mean, even when you joined us as a guest, we brought you in over Teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the feed was phenomenal.
It was great.
And you joined us, and we were able to communicate about a lot of the different technology that's out there. So.
I think it gives a whole new level of experience for people to connect with audiences online, right? Wherever they're at, right? And
Absolutely.
I think be able to capture and mix it and share it at a global level. And to your point, and I think that was the exciting thing that you guys did both at the show and what we did afterwards
Yes.
and everything else. And so I'm excited about the technologies myself because seeing where it's going. And, even with this setup where we're kind of doing a remote operator in Southern California, we have a camera operator here, I'm on the host, I'm interviewing you, and we have graphics coming in from Tagboard working with us for lower thirds and different things like that. But we can actually produce a very complementary production, to your point, like exactly what you're talking about.
Absolutely. And we're sending a video feed over a cellular connection from a convention center that is built with more concrete than any other buildings in the world, right?
No, you're right.
And that alone, I think, is one of the most impressive things we can talk about,
No,
right?
that is. In fact, Andrew, our camera operator here, we were talking about coming in, it's like, or actually, I think it was Rachel said, hey, it's a building with concrete, JP. What's there to go wrong, right?
Exactly.
And so you think about that. So, well, I'm excited, and I'm excited about what you guys are doing. We'll put a link to Broadfield in the comments or description section after this live show is over.
Great.
And make sure to get people connected. Is there anything that for the audience to connect with you guys on that you think would be beneficial?
You know what? I just want to say, I know if there are system integrators that are watching this, you can reach out to Broadfield. We can help talk to you about all the equipment. If there are end users, if you're doing videos in trade shows like this, houses of worship, schools, sports production, we can help link you with an integrator in your area, and we'll reach out to guys like John and make sure that we get the experts to talk about some of the equipment that's being used.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the plug there.
Absolutely.
So, hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us in this live interview. Give us comments for me or Jim. We'd love to hear your feedback. This is an exciting. Thank you so much again for your time, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate you putting this together. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Everybody, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you in the next interview.